way, somehow, you're always supposed to be the one to stop, pull over, and assist, and help, and fix, right? And I was also saying somebody cut their own brakes just so that they could be stalled and then they can pull you. I need you to help me, right? They put sugar in their own tank. They destroyed and sabotaged their own stuff just so you can come help fix it, right? Which is wasting your time, putting you out of position. You got somewhere to go. You got something that you need to do. There's something waiting for you. Part of your destiny, part of your purpose, part of the whole reason you came to earth. And you're right there. You're that close. And you gonna hit your mark, okay? So let them say you mean. Let them try to guilt trip you. But you know what it's for. You can explain later. But right now, you gotta hit your mark. You hear me? So let's go ahead and let's jump into these vibes. We're gonna be using the Roses and Romance Oracle to get into it, all right? Very first card, what do we have? Breaking up. Didn't I tell you somebody will sabotage they self just to make sure they get a good sabotage on YouTube? And that's what looks like is happening here, or this is what's been happening. This could be an ex somebody already broke up with, watching from afar, and it's like, what can I do to stop you? Because I see you getting ready to hit that checkpoint. So be careful of people trying to come back into your life, somebody you broke up with, or this is right now what you're having to figure out. And it could be a relationship, romance, it could be leaving a job, it could be leaving a community or a friendship situation. But listen, you may think I'm mean for this, but I got something waiting for me and I have to get it because it's from God. And I can't tell God no. So anything stopping you, blocking you, or holding you back, it must go. And this might be one of the people. It could be an ex. They don't understand too. Look at the face. Like, what? What do you mean? You always pull over on the side of the road. You always do this. Why would you, make it permanent? Why would you make it real? Well, because I got something going on. I got that acceleration point I gotta hit, and it's like the timing thing. Because if you don't hit it now, guess what? You gotta run the whole course. You know how I go in the video game, you gotta run the whole course all over again in order to get back to that point. You don't want to keep going around in circles. You want to hit your vibe and finish your race, and you want to do it in a timely manner. Somebody don't want you to. Okay? Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's jump into it. We're going to the tarot. Very first card, what do we have? Current vibe and energy. Seven of Cups, right? It's a lot of feelings and emotions. You feel bad. Oh, my feelings. Somebody want to play with your feelings. They want to play with your emotions. They want you to be crying. They want you to be sad. They want you to be stuck. They want you to be miserable so that you can stay with them, right? But it's like some of y'all can feel it. It's like, I know something else is calling me. I may be confused right now, but I know deep down inside what I really want to do, where I really want to be. And you're being told, let's go. Okay? It's a decisions, pros and cons, variety. You got options. Somebody who want to hold you back don't got options. They not in the lane. They sabotage their own self to pull over to the side of the road as opposed to just looking for one of them little checkpoints. They could have rolled too, but they didn't want to. Okay? In other words, they could have put in the work, but they didn't want to. They want to ride off your coattail. They want to sit passenger side on your acceleration, okay? And so you got a choice to make. Do I pull over? Okay, yeah, sure, I could pull over and this person won't be mad at me, right? They won't make me feel guilty. Or I can stay in my lane and try to hit my checkpoint, and they just be mad, right? You got variety, you got pros and cons, you got something you could do. You could stay with the person, you could leave with the person. And I'm feeling like somebody has limited options outside of you. And that's why they want you to come to the side of the road. Because I got limited options outside of you.
When your group chat can't seem to decide where to meet up.
Okay. Or maybe they have other options, but you the best. You the best option. Okay. Also, if it has nothing to do with races, somebody is thinking, oh, this is so mean. How could you break up with me? How could you leave my job? How could you, they don't understand. I'm feeling like they're confused as well. Okay, so let's go behind the scenes. Let's talk about something going on. Oh, whoa. I said, what's going on? 2 cards, jump up, jump over. Look, it's the King of Wands and it's the Emperor. Wow. Didn't I say you got options outside of somebody? You got pros, cons, choices to make. One is a king and one is an emperor. And the thing about it is, that's why this person don't want you to break up. That's why this person didn't want you to leave. Didn't I just say that you have options outside of them. Male or female energy take out applies, but you got options outside of them. And these are like greater options. And it's not to say that you would need somebody to boost up, but sometimes your big breaks and connections come through people who, I don't know. And maybe for some of y'all, you're not looking for breakthroughs, connections, or anything like that. These things might be looking at you. What I'm also getting is that behind the scenes, there's more than one person and one type of person who's watching you get ready to approach that lane, getting ready to watch you hit that boost. Okay, so you may be leaving things behind on one end, saying that they're saying, "Oh, you're mean. How can you leave me? How can you do this?" And da da da. But on the other hand, people see why. It's like, yeah, I leave that alone. So why are you even dealing with that? Okay, nothing is beneath you, right? But some things are behind you and on the side of you, right? Not in your forward future. And I think somebody is watching. Of very high status. They're watching you about to hit a checkpoint. Righteous, power, connection, that's the emperor. Boss, visionary, hustler, that's the king of wands. Why are you here? Let's just get more clarity. Why are y'all here for the collective? What y'all doing back there lurking and looking? What y'all see? They see you about to hit that checkpoint. That's the page of coins. Wait, but listen. Young money, newbie, legacy, the next generation type things. Look, you got the king and the emperor, right? But then, who is this? Who is this? Who are you? Imagine you come, they driving, you surpassed them because you hit that checkpoint. Now it's like, who was that? I just also heard breaking the rules. Illusionary rules. Okay, that's what I'm saying with this breaking up. So breaking up and breaking illusionary rules, breaking up organizations, breaking up flawed mindsets, breaking up old structures and systems. You're breaking up a lot of things, accelerating while you're doing it, and you're actually causing great concern in areas that are supposed to be superior to you, newbie. What's the girl on TikTok? She be like, something shaking today. So and so is shaking. I forgot her name, but everybody be shaking on her channel. And today you got some people shaking. Okay, you got a lot of options outside of structures that other people are cemented in. That was a wild turn. I wasn't expecting that. Ooh. And that's another reason some of y'all got elite status people think you're mean because you exposed us for frauds. You made us look bad because we were looking bad underneath, and you don't want to pull the covers off. So now we look bad in public. And it's your fault, collective. You're mean. Okay. Let's see what's good, what's positive, what's high vibrational about all of this. 10 of coins. And I said in your future, your forward future. I said you got pros, cons, you got options outside of someone, options outside of a job, options outside of an organization, options outside of structures and things that were set to keep you in place. You got stuff that you can do outside of those structures. So you broke up with the structure and found something else better. And this is why they wanted to hold you back. Because the options you have outside of this will probably bring you more, bring you better. In fact, it will. That's the whole point. I need you to stay on the side of the road with me, because if you hit that checkpoint, you just might take off. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's for. That's what the resistance is for. Okay? You doing something different. A lot of people don't do whatever it is that you're doing. And they didn't want that to be a thing. You about to do a thing. You're about to create a thing, and it's gonna be a thingamajig from this point forward. Now, I don't like that. Okay? It's a fortune, riches, and stability. Which means some other structure is rickety. If what you're building is solid now, then that means some other structure somewhere is catching some wind and it's rocking now. It's rocking and it's shaking. Okay, and it's all because some newbie came in. You're the newbie somewhere. Your ideas are new. The moves you making, right? You know how to do stuff. You tapping in. The vibes, the frequencies you bringing onto the earth is new. It's like, wait a minute. The old structure is collapsing. Who was running the old structures? These people. And then here you go. And now you got something stable. Oh no, for stability. All right, let's see what's on the low vibrational end. And not even know for stability, for something new and stable. Okay, let's see what we got. Low vibrational. What some of you need to watch out for. Maybe the other folks need to watch out for. Ooh, yeah, yeah. You was the teacher, you was the leader, and then the newbie came and put you. What it say in the Bible? Something about God will use the fool to conform the wise or something. Something about out of the mouth of babes. Okay, so you put some type of leader, teacher on blast. You exposed it. That's an illusion. You ain't got to do all that. You just get in your lane and hit that pocket. They ain't want people to know about that pocket. Let me tell you something. In that video game, let's just say these people made it invisible. So nobody knew you could hit a pocket, you could hit a ramp, you could hit an acceleration point, right? You could tap into a certain vibe frequency, you could ride the wave, you can energetically manifest something to yourself. They wanted to hide the checkpoints, the loopholes. They wanted to hide the boosts and make them cheat codes that only they knew, right? And here you come in, it's like you ain't got to do all that. You only need this, do that, get in your lane, pow. And that put all their teachings to rest. Because it was a secret. Because what? The ramp is right there. Get in your lane. Hit it. Stop letting people make you feel guilty about it. Stop letting them tell you you can't do it. Illusion. But they can't do it. They can't do it. That's an illusion. Go try. Oh, I tried. It worked. Yeah. And now they looking goofy. Upside down. It's a teacher, expert, and guide. I'm an expert. Let me tell you how to do it. You just ride this course in one big circle every day. Circle, 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 circle. Slow, 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 slow. Right? And then you come in now, just hit that checkpoint, boom, and take off. And then you'll get around faster to finish the race or get to whatever you were supposed to be doing to go to the next level. Some people been riding on the same level over and over their whole life. The rat race type energy. How do I get out? You go to school, you get good grades, ladies get married, submit to a man. You just going in circles. It's like, forget all that. Let me get in my lane. Let me follow my purpose. Let me live my life according to my own genetic code with the things that were deposited inside of me instead of going off what you said, he said, them said, these people said. Look at this. Look at all who said. Oh, the patriarchy, you got to do it like this. Submit to a man. These are our rules, our structures, our secret societies, blah, 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 blah. And you came and said, just hit your checkpoint. Everybody sitting there looking goofy. Welcome to New Earth. You see what I'm saying? So they should have thought about that before they tried to make everything so secret. Okay, make you suffer while they hit every checkpoint around. Okay, let's see what we get next 7 to 14 days as it pertains to this vibe. And yeah, you can come on, stand before the Lord and get judged. Because what you mean ain't no such thing as no acceleration point? What you mean you gotta ride around in circles in order to make something work? All those people who lied, all those people who manipulated, all those people who built structures and built systems so that they can hit the checkpoints and tell you it ain't no checkpoints and watch you and laugh as you going in circles. Yeah, it's time for judgment. You gonna get judged for that. You built these structures and built all this stupid stuff and got people losing their mind, sad, can't rest, can't get no sleep, offing themselves while you get to put your feet up and enjoy like it's a show. Okay, now we're gonna watch you get judged. The same people you hid the information from, the same people who you tried to make feel guilty, or you about to call them real men. You're gonna be calling the judgment. I can't believe I'm getting judged for that. That's so mean. Equal measure. It's a rebirth, awakening, and renewal. I didn't notice what this reading was gonna turn into. I didn't know. Breaking up. We breaking up with a whole lot of stuff. Breaking up with the system. And when you're done breaking up with them, the angels could come collect them for judgment. When you move out of the way, the lightning bolt can come strike. When you stop saying yes to their system and their games and their oppression of riding in circles, when you say no to that and say yes to your checkpoint, now heaven can take over. Okay, bottom of the deck. Ooh, the Lovers. Now, that also is telling me again, you got options outside of this person. Now, it's so interesting. This reading is kind of, it's like you got partnership, love, and relationship, but it's like a tearing down of a structure first. You have to bring something down before you can build something new. And I feel like that's what this is saying. You're breaking up with old mindsets, old religions, structures, people, teachings, all of that kind of stuff. You're breaking up with all of that in exchange for something better. This is the Lovers. It says kindred spirits, team, soul bond. The people who expect you to pull over to the side of the road and get them a boost and get them a jump and da-da-da-da. That's not who we talking about in this season. We talking about people who know how to hit their checkpoints, okay, in this season. Ooh. And then also, remember, I know these people, we was kind of mad at these people a second ago, but we bringing them back. They different people at this point. This can also just reinforce the thing that if you're thinking about leaving something behind, you do have many other choices and options in higher areas, right? Where you at? Come on over here, King of Wands. Okay, in higher areas. But remember, some of y'all about to catch up. Okay, so if it's breaking up, you got more options. And the options are people of higher status. If this is something that was trying to hold you down, and you're about to come in, and they're gonna be like, "Ooh, that's a mean little thing right there. You don't want to go on her side, on her bad side, cause you know what I'm saying." New, fresh, structured, and set, but something is about to start shaking. Okay, and it's you coming in making things shake. All right, so that's what I get for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, get in the comment section, let me know how this video resonates with you, and I'll see you in the next one.